Welcome to my channel Divyas Maths.
In today's video, we will see geometrical meaning of a zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical meaning of a zero of a polynomial. So if you want to plot a graph, we need x and y coordinates. So to plot a graph, we require x and y coordinates. If we want to find a zero of a polynomial where the graph cuts the x-axis, okay, it may cut here or it may cut here, okay, where the graph cuts the x-axis, that coordinates will be alpha comma 0, okay, because it is on the x-axis, the y coordinate will be 0, okay. So the alpha is called zero of a polynomial. What is the general form of a linear polynomial? That is ax plus b, where a is not equals to 0, right? So if you want to find zero of a polynomial, you will equate ax plus b to 0. So ax is equals to minus b, x is equals to minus b by a. So this minus b by a is your zero of a polynomial. Let us take an example, 3x plus 5. So this is the polynomial in x, right? So if you want to find the zeros of this linear polynomial, you will equate this to 0, correct? You will equate p of x to 0. So 3x is equals to minus 5, x is equals to minus 5 by 3. So minus 5 by 3 will be the zero of the polynomial. Now let us substitute this 5 by 3 in the place of x. So that will be 3 of minus 5 by 3 plus 5, correct? That is minus 5 plus 5 will be 0. Yes, so this minus 5 by 3 is said to be a zero of the polynomial. Now let us take one more example, that will be 2x plus 3. If you want to find the zeros of the polynomial, you will equate it to 0. 2x plus 3 is equals to 0. X is equals to minus 3 by 2. So let us substitute this minus 3 by 2 in 2x plus 3. That will be 2 into minus 3 by 2 plus 3. Minus 3 and plus 3 will be 0. Therefore, we can say minus 3 by 2 is the zero of the polynomial. Zero of the linear polynomial. Okay. So we will have 1 0 for the linear polynomial. Okay, the number of zeros are 1. Now let us see the graphical representation of a linear polynomial. If you take the linear polynomial as 2x plus 3. Okay, so if you want to plot a graph, you need x coordinates. Right, you need x coordinates and y coordinates, correct? So we will take 2x plus 3 as y is equals to 2x plus 3. Now let us take x coordinates and y coordinates. So this will be y is equals to 2x plus 3, and this is your x coordinate and the y coordinate. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. First we will take these 5 points and plot a graph. While plotting the graph, if you need any more points, we can extend the points. So minus 2, when x is equals to minus 2, what will be the y? Y will be 2 of minus 2 is minus 4 plus 3, which is minus 1. So y is minus 1. When x is equals to minus 1,
That will be minus 2 plus 3, which is 1. Y is 1. And when x is equals to 0, that will be 0 plus 3, which is 3. Y is 3. And when x is equals to 1, that is 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. Y is equals to 5. And when x is equals to 2, 2 2s are 4. So 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. Okay. So what are the y coordinates and the x coordinates? That is minus 2 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma 1, 0 comma 3, 1 comma 5. Now let us plot a graph for the linear polynomial.
So what are the coordinates I have got? X comma y is minus 2 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma 1, 0 comma 3, 1 comma 5 and 2 comma 7. So most important is you need to write scale. Okay, scale is the most important thing you have to write. You should not forget it. If you forget writing scale, you will lose marks. Okay, on x-axis I will take 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit, and on y-axis 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay. So the first coordinates are minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 2 on the x-axis and minus 1 on the y-axis. Minus 2 here, minus 1 is here. And the next one is minus 1 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. This is here. And 0 and 3. 0 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. This is here. 1 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis. This is here. 2 on the x-axis and 7 on the y-axis. Now let us join. So this is your y is equals to 2x plus 3. Correct? So this is the straight line you have got where the graph cuts the x-axis. At that point, it is called the zero of a polynomial. So 2x plus 3 is equals to 0. 2x is equals to minus 3. X is equals to minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2 is the zero of the polynomial. Okay. So this point is called minus 3 by 2 comma 0. Okay. Because this is on the x-axis, y coordinates will be 0. The linear polynomial ax plus b is a straight line. So where it intersects the x-axis at one point, minus 3 by 2 is said to be the zero of the polynomial. Okay. As it is a linear polynomial, ax plus b, the degree of a linear polynomial will be 1. Yes. So how many number of zeros it has? The zeros is also 1, right? The maximum number of zeros for the linear polynomial is 1. The next one is graphical representation of quadratic polynomial. So if you take quadratic polynomial x square minus x minus 6. To plot a graph, we need x and y coordinates, right? So we will take y is equals to x square minus x minus 6. Now let us find the x and y coordinate points. Minus x minus 6, x and y coordinates. So we will take the points from minus 3 to plus 3 and try to find the x and y coordinates. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. When x is equals to minus 3, y will be 9, minus of minus 3 is plus 3, minus 6, which is 6, right? So y will be 6. When x is equals to minus 2, what are the y coordinates? 4, 4, minus of minus 2 is plus 2, minus 6, which is 0. So when x is equals to minus 1, that will be 1 plus 1 minus 6, which will be minus 4. When x is equals to 0, that will be minus 6. When x is equals to 1, so 1 minus 1 minus 1 and minus 6 will be minus 6, which is minus 6. So when x is equals to 2, that will be 4 minus 2 minus 6, that will be minus 4, right? When x is equals to 3, 9 minus 3 minus 6, which is 0. Now what are the x and y coordinates? Minus 3 comma 6, minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6, 1 comma minus 6, 2 comma minus 4 and 3 comma 0. So by seeing the x and y coordinates, we can say that it has two zeros, right? Minus 2 and 3 are the two zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Now let us plot a graph. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So please remember, scale is very important for every graph you plot. Okay, so do not miss on the scale. On x-axis, 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. On y-axis, 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. Okay, so by seeing the x and y coordinates, I am taking 1 centimeter as 1 unit. Clear? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So the first coordinates are minus 3 and 6. Minus 3 on the x-axis, 6 on the y-axis. It is here. And the next one is minus 2, 0. It is here. The next is minus 1, minus 4. It is here. The next one is 0 and minus 6 is here. The next one is 1, minus 6. it is here. 2 minus 4, it is here. 3 and 0, it is here. So if you join the points, it will stop till here, right? So let me just extend it little more, okay? So let me take 4 as well. So if x is equals to 4, what will be the y? Y will be 16 minus 4 minus 6, that is 16 minus 10 is 6. So the coordinates are 4 comma 6. Okay, that will be 4 on the x-axis and 6 on the y-axis. Okay, so depending on the graph, you can actually extend the points if you want. Okay, if you join all these, you will get something like this. So this is your y is equals to x square minus x minus 6. Yes, it is the U-shaped parabola. So by seeing the graph, we can say the graph is cutting the x-axis at two places, right? So this is one place. Okay, it is cutting the x-axis. This is one place and this is one place, right? What are the coordinates? This is minus 2 comma 0 and this is 3 comma 0. As this is on the x-axis, y coordinates will be 0. Yes, so we can say minus 2 and 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, the graph of a quadratic polynomial intersects x-axis at a maximum of 2 points, right? Therefore we can say a quadratic polynomial has a maximum of 2 zeros. So if you get the graph, okay, the graph of a quadratic polynomial is a U-shaped graph called parabola. So if a is greater than 0, you will get a parabola which is upwards, okay, opening upwards. If a is less than 0, you will get a graph which is opening downwards. Okay, we have got a graph which is opening upwards, right? You might also get a graph which is opening downwards. If a quadratic polynomial graph touches x-axis at 2 points, okay, if it touches the x-axis at 2 points, in these two graph you can see it is touching the x-axis at 2 points, right? So we can say it has 2 zeros. Or if the graph touches x-axis at only 1 point, in these two graphs you can see it is touching the x-axis at only 1 point. Yes, then you can say it has 1 zeros. If the quadratic polynomial have no zeros, okay, so it will not touch the graph. So it is above the x-axis or it may be below the x-axis. Okay, so you can see that it is not touching the x-axis anywhere. So we can say it has no zeros. A quadratic polynomial can have maximum of 2 zeros. Yes, it can also have 1 zero and it can also have no zeros. Now we will see the graphical representation of a cubic polynomial. So if you take a cubic polynomial x cube minus 4x, okay, so let me take it as y is equals to x cube minus 4x. So to plot a graph, we need x coordinates and the y coordinates, right? So x, y is equals to x cube minus 4x. And then we can take x and y coordinates. We will take the points from minus 2. We'll take 5 points. If required, we'll add the points later. while drawing the graph. Okay, so when x is equals to minus 2, what will be the y coordinate? That will be minus 8. Minus of minus is plus, right? Plus 8. So that is 0. So y is equals to 0. When x is equals to minus 1, the y will be minus 1, minus of minus plus 4, which is 3. Okay. When x is equals to 0, y will be also 0. Right. So when x is equals to 1, y will be 1 cube is 1, minus 4 is minus 3. Y will be minus 3. When x is equals to 2, y will be 8, minus 8 is 0. Now let us write the x and y coordinates, that is minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma 3, 0 comma 0, 1 comma minus 3 and 2 comma 0. Now let us plot a graph for the cubic polynomial. So before that, by seeing the x and y coordinates, we can say that it has 3 zeros, right? Minus 2, 0 and 2, right? There are 3 zeros for the cubic polynomial. Now let us plot a graph. So these are the coordinates for this cubic polynomial. Now let us plot a graph. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So what is the scale we'll take? By seeing the coordinates, you will take a scale, okay? On x-axis, I will take 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit, and on y-axis, 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So what is the first coordinates? Minus 2 comma 0. It is here. The next one is minus 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3 is here. The next one is 0 comma 0. This is here. The next one is 1 comma minus 3. 1 comma minus 3 is here, and the next one is 2 comma 0, which is here. Now let us join it. You will get something like this. So this is your y is equals to x cube minus 4x cubic polynomial, right? So this graph cuts the x-axis at 3 points, right? Here, here and here. Yes. So what are the points cuts at? Minus 2 comma 0, 0 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. So the cubic polynomial has maximum of 3 zeros, right? So in this case, what are the zeros of this cubic polynomial? They are minus 2, 0 and 2 are the zeros of the given polynomial. As the graph cuts the x-axis at 3 different points, this cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. So when the graph of a cubic polynomial touches the x-axis, okay, that point is said to be a zeros of the polynomial. So it is touching at 3 points, right? So we have 3 zeros. Okay, so the cubic polynomial can have maximum of 3 zeros, and it can have 2 zeros, it can have 1 zero, or it might not have any zeros. Okay, So in general, for the nth degree polynomial, the degree of this polynomial is n, right? So it has n zeros.
In our next video, we will see relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a polynomial.